teams are the best in the league.
Okay, so here we are. We are playing NBA 2K, and well, the reason we are playing this game is because there is a new esports league that is starting. It is starting this year. Well, the plans so far this year are basically a few of the teams are going to be starting a league that is running 2K18. They will be paying their players. So far, what I have seen, which is the insane part, is the fact that they're going to be paying their players, or what is expected to be $750,000 per player, which is insane. I'm going to change this camera angle first because I was doing a video about it, and I don't need to be that close. So we can zoom out a bit, get some height, zoom out a little bit more. Right, roughly about there. That's good enough. Would you like to? Yes. Anyways, so the reason why they're doing this is NBA 2K is a very, very popular game. It has sold roughly 8 million copies this past year with NBA 2K17, which is the game we are playing today. And wide open shot, come on, DeRozan. And so that is it. It's a really good game to play. So the reason why I'm playing it today is as a joke to say, hey, maybe I should probably refreshen my skills on the game and possibly get better at it, because clearly I suck. Maybe I can get a contract for $500,000 or $750,000. That would be fantastic. So there's quite a few different teams that are going to be in this. The Raptors are one of the teams, which is my hometown team, which is the team I'm playing with today. So I have 2 free throws coming up with Ibaka, who has re-signed with the Raptors this year. What I would be really curious about is how are they going to integrate NBA 2K18 into their actual real game, if they're able to. So maybe there's going to be some signs, commercials, that kind of thing, but I'm kind of wondering who's going to be watching it. So I do watch NBA 2K streams online once in a while, and some streamers as well I watch. So I may not be the greatest at streaming or making these 2K videos myself, because I'm not a very good player at the game anymore. I used to be really good. But it would be really interesting to see how they're going to integrate everything together. Now, if I personally have purchased some shares of Take-Two Interactive, which is the company that makes this game, mainly because obviously they're going to be probably getting some royalties from the NBA and whatever streams that they're going to be streaming. So I'm kind of wondering how or what channel they're going to be streaming, if this is going to be on live TV or if this is going to be an internet thing. There we go, mid-range jumper from DeRozan. That's pretty good. We're catching up. We're starting to play some offense and clearly no defense. There we go, DeRozan with the layup. There we go. Now we're pumping some. Now we're getting some points.
Antonio leading by 4.
I'm kind of wondering if they're going to be basing it off of my player, like the my player mode, where you can create your own player, go through the season and stuff, and then you can take them online. I'm kind of wondering if they're going to be doing that kind of thing, because that would be really cool if they were to do that. And Powell is just one hell of a beast at driving to the rim, eh? Like, even in real life, that guy is a beast.
And stolen by Wright. Fast break. Here come the Raptors.
Let's go, big man Valanciunas with the big slam dunk. So I would assume that if they are basing it off of my player, the little mode what's inside of this game, I wonder if they will be taking their own characters, because I personally in this game like playing the point guard position, so you can jack up a lot of threes, or even the shooting guard position. However, at the same time, up until roughly grade 11, I was a center. So I know how to take down players in the post. So that's the thing that I would be kind of going with is, if I play the My Player mode to try and get ranked up, to try and get on these teams, will I be a center or will I be a point guard?
You'll continue to see plenty of player movement as the league moves.
I will be streaming a lot of it. Ooh, that was a dunk. Whew. Check that out. Posterized. I would assume that we are going to get a little bit more information on the whole streaming esports thing once their demo comes out, roughly September 8th, depending on where you are. I'm very happy that Damari Carroll is off of the team of the Raptors. He wasn't really doing too much at all. And he doesn't really do too much in this game either. Oh, yeah, wide open mid-range. He should have went in for a dunk, and I tried, but he just wouldn't in this game. Let's see if I can get some defense from him. And oh yeah, there we go. Get that ball. Come on. So I have Kyle Lowry back in. Let's try and get a quick three to start this quarter off. Yes, and it worked. We're ahead. We have got our first lead of the game. So we're going back to talking about this esports thing that the NBA is starting. It is looking really interesting. I would hope that there is more information coming out roughly around September 8th. My guess is that they would let players rank up during the season, and maybe when the new year starts, I would assume, or around maybe the All-Star break, that is when I would assume that the new league would start, and that's when players would be drafted. Maybe if you're high enough rank that you would be in the game, that you would have some kind of a draft for it. And then from there, maybe a possibility of maybe tryouts. I would love to be part of a tryout. I would definitely go. I would take some time off and go and hope for the best.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Because it is a game, there is some luck involved as well.
In terms of ball movement, look at the numbers players shoot.
Let's get some screen and roll action happening so I can get a quick shot. Maybe just a layup instead. That would work. So yeah, that would be interesting to have some tryouts. That's when I would assume though, when the esports league would actually start, is around All-Star break, maybe the new year. The All-Star break would be a good time for them, mainly because there's a lot of people paying attention to the NBA at that time, and it would be a good start-off point, maybe a draft party that night. But going forward, going into next year,
well, I think what they do well, Kevin, is always explore.
Maybe going into next year, there would be. Can he hit that? Going into next year, maybe the players would stay. They would keep 2 or 3 players and re-sign them on each team, and then have another draft, maybe of new players coming up, rookies, that kind of thing.
Here's Mills. There's David Lee on the assist by Mills.
I would assume ratings for the esports league would be higher than probably higher than the D League. The D League doesn't get too much credit for too much, or what they call now is the G League, the Gatorade League. Isn't that kind of weird how they did that? Clearly Gatorade paid them a lot of money. Wow, Tucker's on fire, cutting to that rim, getting that pass, slamming it down just like boom! Haha! So we're only going to be playing this game until the end of this half. That would be a long enough video for me to bore you with. I don't know, am I boring you? Comment below. Comment below if I am boring you. If I'm making you bored. Comment below. Anyways, I hope I'm not. Clearly Gatorade is paying a lot of money into the NBA. And oh, jack up that shot. Wide open. Boom. Yes, yes. Simmer.
Valanciunas is checked in
Oh,
for
get that.
Patterson.
Get that. Dead.
Comes in for Damari Carroll.
Ooh,
And Norman
yes.
Powell subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And Valanciunas kicks to Ibaka.
Wow, that was some defense, eh?
Screen by Ibaka. Inside.
Oh yeah, there we go, Ibaka with the big slam. He is one hell of a player. He's gonna get some ISO plays this year. I've always seen Ibaka as more of an isolation player for some reason. He's been on some really pass-happy teams. I think he'll be really good with the isolation, mainly because we already have two players that do run isolation. There we go, screen and roll, that's all. I would like to have Valanciunas sit down and let Ibaka start at center, because that would be great. I would do that. If I was the coach, that's what I would do. Ibaka's more of a forward, but you know what? He would be great at the center position because the league is going smaller. Oh yeah, gotta get it right in the middle of the key, right in the center. That way there's no way of any blocking of the shots. Let's see if I can steal it.
Green dishes to Parker. Kicks it out to Ginobili.
Oh no!
From the arc. Here's Gasol.
Wow, they have some good rebounders and some good low post players. Gasol's really good.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards. Just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
Just like that, right down in the middle of the key. Just gotta get it down low, and you can get some easy points. It looks like we're gonna win this game. We're getting down to 55 seconds left in this game. Like I said, we're only playing until half. Gotta play some pressure defense. Get it down to Lowry. Jack up the three because you're wide open. Why not? You're already up by a ton. Oh no. He could have drove by me. I was way up in the air. Aldridge is a good player, eh? He's one of those players that he's better on teams where he's the #1 guy. There we go. We won that game. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope we enjoy this esports league that is happening with NBA 2K. NBA 2K is a fantastic game. And anyways, I hope to see you guys next time. Yeah, peace out.